So today I got contacted about a pretty sweet job, but was it really that sweet?
If you're new to laser engraving or run a custom shop, this scam could absolutely fool you. Because at first glance, this looks like a completely normal engraving job. 50 engraved plaques, simple logo, decent budget, reasonable turnaround time, and the scary part, this scam specifically targets small custom businesses like laser engravers, print shops, trophy shops, Etsy sellers, and people just like you. So in this video, I want to break down exactly how this scam works, show you real emails I received today, and explain how the scam actually ends, because the engraving job itself is not the scam, the payment is. So here's the first email I received this morning. Hello, I have 50 wood plaques.
Blah, 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 blah. So at first glance, this does look like a legit email.
It's a trap!
And that's why these scams work. They're not trying to sound perfect. They're trying to sound just believable enough to get you emotionally invested in the job. Now immediately, a couple of red flags stood out to me. First, they claim to represent a foundation, but they're using a random Gmail address. That's already suspicious. Then there's the wording. Real customers usually explain their event, their company, their story, but scammers tend to jump immediately into quantities, specs, and payment.
Because they're working from a script. And there's another classic trick too.
You were referred by a friend, so watch out for that one too. But no last name? No company connection? No context? This is a psychological tactic to lower your guard immediately. Now, here's where things get interesting. The scammer actually sent a reference photo. The project itself makes total sense for a laser engraving business. Women's empowerment event, bulk plaques, simple engraving. This is exactly the kind of job a real customer might contact us about. And that's why newer business owners can get trapped by this. Because the scam isn't ridiculous, it's believable. And scammers know that custom shops are used to large orders, remote customers, deposits, shipping, and corporate-style jobs.
So I sent him over my pricing and I treated it just like any other customer, just on the off chance that maybe it was a real job.
And this is where another giant red flag appeared. They accepted my quote almost instantly. No negotiation, no revisions, no hesitation. That almost never happens in the real world, especially on large orders. Real customers usually ask questions. They compare quotes. They ask about turnaround times. Scammers, they just need you moving towards that final payment stage.
And then, boom, here comes the real scam.
Right here, payment will be made via certified check or cashier's check. The moment I saw this, I knew exactly where this was going, because this is a very common overpayment scam. Here's how it usually works. The scammer mails you a cashier's check. Yes, a real fake cashier's check, but the amount is intentionally too high. Maybe instead of $700, they send $3,000. And they tell you, oops, we accidentally overpaid, or please send the extra money to the wood carver or the shipper or the courier or the event coordinator.
But here's the important part. The money you sent them, that money is real.
But the check that they sent you is faker than those laser safety goggles you got with your $200 diode laser off of eBay. Now here's where people get trapped. A lot of times, the bank initially makes the funds available in your account, so victims think, oh, the check cleared. Nope, that does not mean the check actually got verified. Sometimes it can take days or even weeks for fraudulent checks to fully bounce. And when they do, the bank reverses the money, but the money you already sent to the scammer, it's gone forever. And that's how people lose thousands of dollars.
So here's the deal. Laser engravers are the perfect mark for a scam just like this. And if you're still here watching, yeah, I'm talking to you as much as I'm talking to me.
Deposits are normal. Shipping is normal. Corporate orders are normal. And lots of new laser engraving business owners are excited to land bigger jobs. That excitement can cloud your judgment, especially when you're trying to grow your business. And scammers know that. They specifically target makers, Etsy sellers, engravers, woodworkers, sign shops, and custom businesses. Why did I make this video? Well, I wanted to make it as a PSA for the laser community. If someone contacts you out of nowhere with large orders, cashier's check, overpayments, third-party shipping arrangements, or weird payment instructions, slow down. Do your research, trust your gut, and remember, just because money appears in your bank account does not mean the check is legitimate.
All right, well, that about wraps it up for this deep dive into what scammers are currently doing nowadays, who they're targeting, like laser engravers, personalization shops, Etsy stores. It's absolutely ridiculous. Make sure that you watch out for those emails carefully. And listen, if you've ever got approached by a scammer or have a story to tell that's like this, share it in the comments below. I guarantee you that there's people in this community that will learn from your story, and you can help them so they can avoid scams just like the one I showed you here today. And once again, thank you everyone for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you around on Laser Engraving 911.